Hello and welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff here, and today we've got a review of the Camaro. This is a Lego set 10304. Yes, it came out a couple months ago. I'm a little behind, but the old saying is better late than never. So here it is. This thing has 1,456 pieces, and it retails for $169.99. And it's called the Chevrolet Camaro Z28. All right, guys. Whenever I do a review, I go over 6 things. And the first 5 are value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. And see, I rank those 1 to 10. And then number 6 is an average of those first 5 to kind of give you an overall rating. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the review. Well, let's start with the value. This set, as I said, retails for $169.99, 1,456 pieces. And that basically gives you a piece count or price per piece of 11.7 cents per piece. And that's about average these days. It seems like sets are about 12 cents or so for unlicensed, higher for licensed sets. So I would say it's right on average. But the part of the value I don't like is that Lego gave 18 stickers on this one. 18. And I don't like it because, well, I think that stickers are a very poor choice. I buy a lot of bulk Lego, and here's the problem. When you buy bulk Legos, I'm not the only one that has a problem putting stickers on. I see them crooked. I see them after a couple years, some of them like to come off. They're just not that great. Printed is far superior. And really, there's no excuse for Lego to not do printed pieces. Because, see, I have a friend in Las Vegas who actually runs a lug down there. And he has a side business where he prints on Lego pieces. And I've talked to him about his printing process. It is actually very easy to do. So there's really no excuse that if my friend can do it at a professional quality, that Lego can't do it. Anyway. This thing came with 18 stickers, and I don't like it. So because of that, I'm going to give the value an 8 out of 10. And also creativity. Well, creativity is a little different. This thing looks like a Camaro. If you look at the lines, how it dips here, and you look at how the trunk comes up, and if you look at the front headlights, it definitely looks like a Camaro. And I love how they use the popsicle sticks for the mirrors. But it looks very appropriate. And you've got the rear brake lights, which ironically these are not stickers. These are printed, but then the license plate's not. Anyway, just kind of one of those quirks. The trunk opens, and it's pretty empty. You've got doors that open, which I do like that. I like the fact that the interior is this. Well, Lego would call it dark red, but in the real world we call this burgundy. And I have seen Camaros with burgundy interiors. So I do like that. I do like the fact that the steering, if you use it, it moves the wheels. And also, if you look at the inside underneath the hood, you've got yourself a cool engine with a large carburetor in there. So creativity is a 10 out of 10 for that reason. Playability, I will also give it a 10. As stated, I've got several cars. If you watch any of my other videos, you've seen me build like the red Corvette recently. I have the Porsche 911, the white and black one that comes in a hardtop and a convertible status. And I do have both versions. I bought 2 of them, so I could do that. I have many others. So although these are not playable and they're not minifigure scale, I'm not going to docket anything for that because these are meant to be displayed, and because they've made other models to be displayed along with them, even the Ford Mustang. I mean, it's cool. So there is playability value. And also, to tell you, this one here comes in different color schemes, and it can also be converted into a convertible. And Lego gives you the pieces to do that. So this one here I use the white stripes on here. However, it also comes in many other great colors. Dark red. Yes, they provided the pieces to make it dark red, and I also provided the pieces to make it. Also, it comes in dark gray. So yes, 3 different colors, and you can also build it as a, and this also comes as a convertible. Yes, Lego provides the pieces to do white, dark red, dark gray, and as a convertible. Now you can't do them all at once, obviously. You'd have to buy several sets if you want to display them differently on your shelf, unless you want to keep rebuilding it. But they do have it here. But I have to say, my favorite color is the white indeed. And part of that decision is just because my friend Jim used a different color in his, and when we go to shows, I'd like to have a different color scheme. And be honest with you, white's what I remember as a kid too. So that's what's my favorite. Okay, so I actually, when I did creativity, I forgot to mention a couple things. Creativity, this thing is 5.5 inches wide, 14.5 inches long, and 4 inches tall. For my metric friends, that is 13 centimeters wide, 37 centimeters long, and 10 centimeters high. And also, I should mention a few other things. Playability is 10 out of 10, like I already mentioned. Ease of build, I will give it an 8. Sometimes these inner workings, the beginnings with a Technic can be a little tricky, and it was in this case. And also, just to let you know, as a reference point, there is only one booklet in this, and there is 343 steps if you're building this version, 338 if you're doing the convertible. So that's an 8, and part out value, it is a 9 out of 10, and that is basically because with the certain pieces on here, like these wheels for instance, those are hard to use somewhere else. You'd have to build a larger car like this to really use them. And there's some other pieces too, like some of these wedges that you guys know I'm not a fan of wedge plates, so I will give the part out a 9 out of 10, and if you average all those out, it comes out to a 9 out of 10. And as promised, I said I would bring some other cars to the table. As promised, I brought out a few of my other ones. I do have more than this, in fact, but I wanted to bring out the ones that I feel are the same scale. Because some of the other ones, like the larger Porsche, the Bugatti, they're not on the same scale as these, and they are purely Technic. So I brought out the ones that I think match the Camaro. And we've got the Porsche 911 here. And now this is the one where they, kind of like the Camaro here, they give you enough pieces to do one or the other. Now I decided that I wanted both, so I bought 2 sets. So I've got the hardtop and then the convertible. And then here I've got the Mustang. And the Mustang, now this one's interesting because they give you pieces to give it a flat hood or the motor sticking out. Now, I only bought one of these, and I chose to have the motor sticking out because I think it looks like a really awesome muscle car with it sticking out. So that's what I decided to do there. Okay, and then next we've got this guy here, the Corvette. Now I just did a video on building this one. Actually, I did a video, come to think of it, I think all of them. But anyway, this guy here, I like him. Little red Corvette, like I've said before, reminds me of the Prince song. And then we've got the Aston Martin, and this is for you James Bond fans, and it's got special features to it. I won't go over it today. If you want to see that, please see my video. Then we've got the Fiat, which, yes, appropriately, it is smaller. I thought about sticking it on the end, but I thought this bus would block it, the bread loaf, as they call it. But this is the Volkswagen T2 camper van, and this one also is one of my favorites. I did miss out on getting the T1, the first version, the red one. My daughter has it, but she's not selling it. And Legos are expensive enough the first round. I'm not buying retired sets. I mean, I don't feel like there was... Ewok Village is the only one that I really felt I missed out on. But at today's prices, I'm not getting it. Because I'm seeing it for right around $1,000 in the box, and you know what? Legos are expensive enough. $1,000 would basically almost buy this whole entire table instead of one set. So that's where my money's going. Plus, I got to fix that shop. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video and this review. And if you have, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave me a comment below. Also, if you want to support the channel, speaking of money, you can go to PayPal, you can make a donation, the link's in the description, or you can head over to Bricklink. My store is called The Chip Off the Old Block. We have about 800,000 pieces, and my goodness, we ship fast, usually within 24 business hours in most cases, unless you give me a really complicated order, sometimes it might take an extra day. It all depends. But anyway, that's how you can support the channel, because you're buying pieces for your builds, but then yet I'm getting the money from that, and that goes towards keeping the store going, keeping the channel going, keeping the shop going, and buying new sets. All right, guys, be good to each other, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.